We can find out right here, right now, from former Dancing with the Stars champ Donny Osmond, live from Provo, Utah. Thanks for coming back, Donny. So is this it for Carson?
My pleasure. I tell you, last night was so much fun to watch. This whole season is so intriguing to watch because you just don't know what's going to happen. First of all, you know, the ousting of China last week and Kristen before that, who knows what's going to happen? Clearly, it was Jose Rene's night last night. But let's talk about Carson right there, okay? Carson, clearly the worst dancer on Dancing with the Stars. He cannot dance, but man, the guy can entertain. And that's what I love about Carson.
So is that going to be enough to keep him in?
Going home tonight. Sorry?
Well, I think you just answered my question. Let's talk about JR then, because that really was terrific. And he is just, every single week, he brings it.
Clearly the front runner. Nobody's close. I will say the judges were way too harsh on Ricky Lake. But you watch just the way his body, his movements, he's having fun on stage right now. Oh, look at him go. He loves every bit of it. And that's what's keeping him at the top of the leaderboard. I think they were way too hard on Ricky last night. Yeah, she didn't do the Roger the Rabbit right. Whatever. You know, who cares? She was fantastic, and I don't think she deserves to be at 24 points. She should have been somewhere around 26.
Ricky's going to be fine. She's been doing well all season long. And she even admitted it wasn't her best last night, but I agree with you, Donny. She should have gotten higher scores. Now we got to give you a little credit.
You know who I think runs the risk of going home tonight?
Who's that?
Are two people. It's not going to be Chaz. Last week I was in the ballroom sitting next to Dr. Phil, and he and I both said after that Rocky appearance, he just bought himself another week. Last night he bought himself another week. You know why? He was dancing out there. But this is what sold him. He was having fun, and that's such a key factor. And right now we're halfway. Everybody got a little boost of energy. But you watch in 2 weeks. Week 7 is a critical week because that's when people start falling apart emotionally and physically. I think Chaz bought himself another week. I think the person that is at a risk of going home is not just Carson, but Nancy Grace. Even though it was the best dance of the season for her, I think Nancy's going to be in jeopardy because she's in that no man's land area in that leaderboard. So watch out, Nancy. Watch out, Carson.
She was really emotional after the dance and very quiet after her dance last night. Though she did get. But
look at her. Look at that. There's grace. There's grace there. You know, she's working it, and she wants to be in it. But I think she's got to be careful.
Donny, what about David Arquette? He seems to be getting technically better every week.
Okay, David Arquette and Rob Kardashian, in my opinion, are in the same category. But I got to tell you, Rob surpassed David last night. I didn't like David's outfit. I didn't like Tainted Love. I thought it was the wrong song for him. Yes, he was committed, and he was with my partner, Kim, who, in my opinion, could do no wrong. But I wasn't convinced last night with David. But he's going to be safe, I think, this week.
And you said you have been early on, you picked Rob Kardashian to go far. You saw potential in him, and Carrie Ann the same way. And each week he's gotten a little bit better. He's crept up that leaderboard, Donny.
You're right. Right from week 1, if you recall, I said, watch Rob Kardashian. Everybody laughed at me. After the interview, they turned to me and said, what are you